Hey guys, we're here at GDC. We're sitting down with Randy O'Connor, taking a look at Seldom Falls, a new game he's got coming out. And so, what is this all about?
So, Seldom Falls is kind of me wanting to make a game about kind of like building a town in your pocket.
Okay.
Like, as I made a generative poetry game that I really liked, and I was really into the idea of working with like procedural story generation.
Okay.
So this is the town I built up. And the idea is it's under these cascades that every once in a while kind of flow over and wipe away the town.
Wow.
And the reason the town exists is because it has a mine that the waters have kind of revealed precious gems and stuff.
Yeah.
And so the only reason this town exists is to mine these precious gems, and then it'll get wiped away and it'll exist again.
Wow. Okay.
And so we have a little story there. The hunter felt the play and patter of rain onto the eaves. So that's actually generated because I have the Hawking Tower. Like I have several things, and it generates stories based on the different towers and buildings
and you
have.
used that other game you made to do this?
Well, it inspired it.
Okay.
I was really into the idea of what happens when you just put different ideas together, and like it's really interesting.
So
the lieutenant, laughing, gratefully took in the ever-rising towers of the wealthy.
That's cool.
And that's because the palace exists and the watchtower and stuff.
Wow. And so it looks like there's a day-night cycle type thing going on? That's cool.
I'm working on getting the idle weather and stuff to come in as well. And then, it generates gems kind of idly. But the actual core of the game is a game proper where you speed up time and you are playing through the rise and fall of this town. And so we'll play on easy mode, but basically you are placing houses and walls in a very kind of a classic block placement game, but it's very unusual because it's about erosion. And so I can see now that it's starting to drizzle, which means that the rain is going to come from above. So anything that's exposed from the top will take damage. Houses will get wiped away, walls will survive around, and then kind of the special mechanic is that 3 or more in a row of one type combines like this one just combined. So it now generates more gems, but it's more susceptible because now it's bigger structure, so it's more exposed. So I'll actually I'm kind of going to waste a house on that.
That's stuff getting wiped away by the rain.
Stuff getting wiped away by the rain.
Cool.
And the rain and the weather comes from different directions. You have wind from the left and right, and earthquakes that kind of damage the bottom row, and then lightning that hits the tall towers. And the idea is just every round these arrows rise, and you have to always be building higher and higher. So if you're ever not tall enough, and so now we're going to get wind. So I'm actually going to combine this is a wild card block, which combines with other types to make them better. So that'll be a really strong wall.
Wow.
I'll set it up here, so next time I combine it with a house,
So
it'll make a better house. So I was successful, I was tall enough, and this is the mild mode, and it's still really hard. These types of games, I feel like you need that cycle of play to, you kind of need to figure out exactly how much someone is going to want to be playing your game for any one time. So this, I'll actually make a really sweet, strong corner.
Oh, wow.
Because I had 2 eligible things, so instead of choosing one, which, it makes
And is the weather like set intervals, like once a day or?
So every 5 block placements, the weather comes. So it's turn-based, but it has, it's interesting because it was originally a real-time game, and it just wasn't working. It's like,
cool.
So yeah, I'm super excited with how this has been going.
Well, I gotta say, I've been following it in the forums a little bit and kind of watching the stuff you've been posting. And this is a lot further along than I thought it was. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But that said, what's your time frame for kind of releasing this?
Well, I don't have a good time frame.
Okay.
You know, I wanted to be out now,
Right.
but monetization is
It's tricky.
I won't. Yeah,
Yeah.
tricky is not the word I was thinking of. You know, I started showing this to people like a month or so ago,
Uh-huh.
and they said you need to keep working on this until
Okay.
it's like actually good, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And it's like you constantly have to make that debate. So right now I'm still leaning towards free because it's hard to make money as a premium game.
Sure.
There's like definitely kind of a cap on sales.
Sure.
And so I kind of built it with that in mind, you know, like opt-in ads and, you know, generate gems, and there are special blocks that you can purchase with particular. So I'm playing too well, so we're not going to die. So there's a waterfall that comes. The art isn't, you
Wipes
know,
a bunch of stuff out.
it's definitely not 100%, but
Really cool. Okay, well we won't hold you to a release date, but
Yeah.
it's looking really cool. It's a really neat concept that I don't think I've seen done before, and the art and everything's looking really cool. So we'll keep our eyes on this one, and you've got a thread in our upcoming forums. You've been, you know, keeping updated with, you know, new bits of info and stuff like that. So
Yep, and I'll be looking for playtesters probably in a month or two when I, you know, like working on that onboarding and
Sure.
kind of getting first timers and stuff like that.
yeah, you should get a good response from the forums for that. So.
Yeah. So,
All right, this is Seldom Falls. It's looking really cool. Randy, thanks for showing it to us.
for sure.